Hey everybody, today what I want to do is show you how to take this beautiful design, which took me a long time to do. I was surprised at how long, and turn it into something like this, which obviously just flushes it out and makes it look a lot more three-dimensional. I use a lot of techniques here, which if all you know how to do so far is work with paths, I promise you there's definitely quite a few new things in this upcoming video and the videos to follow. So it's important stuff to know about. So first of all, before I do anything else in my layers, I am going to duplicate this layer. Why? Because if, heaven forbid, something should go wrong with this next step, I still have a copy of all that work I spent. I think I probably spent about 2.5, maybe 3 hours working on this. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to lock the layer, the original, and make it invisible. Why? Just to be on the safe side. So definitely lock that. So you should be working on layer 1 copy. Layer 1 should be locked. Next thing, I'm going to go ahead and select all of this, and I'm going to go to Object Expand. Here's what Expand does, if you don't already know. If I zoom in now, it's no longer a path. You see how they're now shapes, and they're editable as shapes. So instead of a stroke color, because it's no longer a stroke, it's now a fill, because that's actually a shape. Those are all there. The next step, which I'm hoping by now you have done the Pathfinder exercise for, because otherwise this is going to be a little confusing what's going on here. But if I go to Window, Pathfinder, there it is, and I'm going to click Unite. It doesn't look like anything happened, but let me zoom in and show you what did happen. Do you see how before these were all like intersecting paths? Now it's all one big path. It's all just united. I don't have all those weird things. That's kind of important for what we're going to do. We're going to turn this one, excuse me, into a live paint group. So object, live paint, hopefully that's review, live paint make, and there we go. Now it's a live paint group. And this next part, I may or may not have already gone over this with you, but we're going to work with swatches. So I'm going to click on my swatches, which if you're like, where are the swatches located? Window, swatches, under S. And I'm going to click on this little tiny arrow here, open swatch library, and I'm going to click, first of all, default swatches if it doesn't already come up. And let me move that over so you can see that. So this, default swatch, default swatches, and I'm going to choose basic RGB just to get started. Yours might already be open. And just to show you, obviously, if I go to open swatch library, and let me say, I'm going to click metal, that gives me this as well. So I've got my metal swatches, I have my basic RGB swatches. Look, you can even get into like geometric swatch. Let's stay away from those for now. These are so cool, but we'll get into like cool designs and patterns later on. Really cool stuff. For now, just basic colors is what we need to do this next part successfully. Trust me on that. And again, you can load pretty much anything you want. So there's a lot of stuff here. You can even create your own colors, but let's go to color. Ooh, bright colors. Okay, so lots and lots of choices. So don't just stick to basic RGB. Grab a couple other colors here because it's going to save you some time. So here's how easy this is. Let's say I decided I want my S to be blue. And for now, I know that in my example I show gradients. That comes after you add the basic colors in. Okay, so gradient is a gradual transition from one color to another. And you see quite a few of them here. We're going to do that later. It won't work if you do them now, but it will work if you do them later. So just trust me on this. I'm just going to come in here right now. I'm going to hit K. And let's say, for example, I decided this is going to be, just for now, basic green. And when you do this, this is important. Make sure that every part of that front of the S is green. Like one example, one exception to that rule is like this V here is like 3D. So for example, let's say I make it a blue. I might make this color blue for that part of the V. But then the sides, I might do something like maybe make this look darker to give it kind of an optical illusion. And I think that's the same color I just had. So maybe I'll just purposely come in here and choose a significantly lighter color blue to, again, create that optical illusion of the light like hitting it. Okay, so the next part of this is just go ahead and fill in all those colors. So all of this is going to be one color. I think you get the idea. And this is also where color schemes come in. You know, maybe instead of doing like every color in the whole rainbow, maybe less is more, but you definitely want these all to be different colors. So like if I make the eye green, it looks like I'm starting to go for some kind of analogous color scheme here, which is pretty cool. I think you get the idea. All right, so play around with those a little bit, get these filled in, and once you have that done, I'm going to show you the next step in the next video. Okay?